we're rich as fuck. I'm just kidding. We got Ape Token here, and we're discussing in a new environment the Ape Token Bored Ape Yacht Club. I wish I was joking about how I opened this conversation. Pio didn't like that opener. But in this episode, we're discussing the Bored Ape Yacht Club token, which launched today, is currently hovering at almost $10, back up from, I think, as low as $6, is worth billions of dollars, and has made a bunch of Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, and Bored Ape Kennel Club holders fabulously wealthy. That's the subject of today's conversation. Let's jump into this.
Yeah, so Bored Ape Yacht Club token at this point looks like it's trading at $9.85. This is the long-awaited token that represents the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is the blue chip of all blue chips. It's the #1 NFT project of all time, thus far. Basically the equivalent of like a blockbuster movie. And yeah, I mean, people have been waiting for this for a long time. People were buying Bored Apes and buying Mutant Apes in anticipation of this. I think the biggest surprise is that having a Bored Ape Kennel Club dog being paired with either a Mutant Ape or a Bored Ape equaled an allocation of tokens.
No, it wasn't the allocation of tokens. If you got... Oh, wait, was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so that was the big surprise. And yeah, I mean, we're here. Someone called out the Ape Mansion. Yeah, we're here in the Ape Mansion. We're setting up shop, and it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. So I'm happy to be here with the guy Nick. You already know. He was very comfortable with that. Someone said I didn't know Pio had a body. Well, yeah. So I mean, Nick, why don't you talk about how you started your day off today with, with Ape.
So I sold $50,000 of these tokens. I have another now nearly $100,000 left in the token. So I basically got airdropped $150,000 if I had sold if I had woken up early and we had been prepared for this moment, which I was not. I'd have even more. So that's the current situation on the pricing action. The real question that people are wondering, well, actually, there's a couple of subject matters to hit on here. One of them is the fact that there was a conversation today of people discussing whether or not Ape Token is a rug. That was a major subject of conversation, which just flat out is not. Like, I don't know any other way. The fact that there were thousands of people discussing that, Captain Kicks hopped in there and was trolling the community, simply saying that he deserves borderline reparations for the fact that he was kicked out of the band when he sold the NFTs to pay for his children's private school. He has one child, by the way, and I don't even think
that's true.
I don't think
she's not in school yet. She's 2 years old.
Yeah.
So like, what the hell are you talking about? No, I mean, look, so that space was a perfect example of engagement farming. And we've been seeing that basically with every big news event, they just take that news event and they take the opposite approach. Or if it's like a, Beanie is a scammer type of thing, they just kind of run with that narrative. And it always generates a lot of attention, right? And so calling the Ape Token a rug brought a lot of attention, probably like with some newbies, some people that are outside the space that don't understand, people that just, are on the outside looking in. But the bottom line is the token launch, it was incredibly valuable. I sold like maybe 400 tokens, took out like $5,000 US equivalent in Ethereum. And, still holding a big bag or an average size bag because I own a Mutant. But yeah, I mean, the token's pushing $10 right now. Nick has been saying that he thinks that it's going to go to $20 or $25.
$25
That's what you think?
Is my target price. How do we share this?
What?
The Ape Token. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in terms of, I definitely think $25 is a fair price. I think that essentially we're only heading there simply because this is rationally irrational is how I like to describe this. Nothing in crypto makes any sense, right? So like the pricing on everything is completely out of whack. So that's like the foundation of all of this, is that nothing makes sense. So you have to start with that as a baseline. The second element of this is once you've accepted that fact, you're going to realize that this should be, in the sense that it's the largest NFT token in existence at this point outside of Ethereum itself, that, and Solana, I guess, would be another one, is that, yeah, this is basically the biggest token ever. So many people are going to want exposure to it. And since NFTs are kind of the largest example of mass adoption of crypto, this should be one of the top 25 tokens. That's just hands down my opinion on this. I think the price of this will get up to like $20, $25. It's going to seem expensive from that standpoint, but Dogecoin offers literally nothing to the end user, and it's worth 3 times as much as Ape Token is right now at this point. So that's the bottom line. That's where I think this is headed.
It's hard for me to make any sort of price prediction. Obviously, it would be incredible if it went to $25. That's 2.5x from here. I don't think that it's out of the question, because I think it has, you know, meme coin, you know, kind of potential. But at the same time, the meme coin stuff sort of has to come out of the blue. Like, nobody has to know about it. It has to be, you know, fractions of a cent, and then it shoots up by like 100x. A bunch of retail money comes in, you know, they get completely wrecked. Everybody knew that the Ape token was coming. It sounds like some people got wrecked pretty early. Absolutely got wrecked pretty early.
How?
Like the people that bought right at the beginning of the day.
Oh.
Yeah, like with bad slippage and stuff, buying at like $40. Someone's asking for 3 inches to the left.
You scoot that way a little bit.
No, Nick needs to get physically closer to me. You know, he's uncomfortable. He's uncomfortable being this close to me.
I mean, I just don't. I'm literally basically about to sit on his lap, because the way he's angled right now does not allow me to.
I mean, would that be the end of the world if you sat on my lap? Would that be a big problem, Nick?
Yeah, I think this would be a big difference. So there we are. This is
so people keep asking. We're holed up in the Ape Mansion for 30 days. We moved into the Ape Mansion for 30 days, and we're just.
It's not an Ape Mansion.
We're going hard, and we're working, and that's what it is. It ain't a party, all right, amigo. The Ape Mansion. We're not bringing in all the lady apes. Like we're holding it down. We're doing work. But yeah. So I mean, this is a big day, and you saw Apes and Mutants dump, but now you're seeing them come back. Like they're coming back pretty quick. You basically could have traded Apes and Mutants today. I didn't look at dog prices, but I wonder if you might have been able to make some trades on dogs too.
Do you know how ridiculous that sounds? You're like, so what's the current price action on dog? This is a nice chart though. This is a
up only.
This is a very nice chart. This is what you like to see. There's a lot of support right now. I think there's a lot of buy-ins right now into the upcoming spaces, which is happening in 6 minutes, which we're going to tune into after our show, where they're going to be discussing some of the strategy around the token itself and the tokenomics. But the bottom line is, look, this is the single biggest NFT token in existence. You're going to want exposure to it one way or another. And so their job is to figure out, you know, what the utility is here. You got to keep your arm on my on the back of my chair. I mean, this is like this is.
I'm just relaxing. I'm just relaxing.
We're good. But no, we're separate.
Yeah, I mean, look, I was just kind of like but you know, like I don't know.
This is ridiculous.
So Nick isn't, ladies and gentlemen, Nick is not used to people being physically close to him. He's got like problems with it. Yeah, you see he's moving. See, he's moving away as I make physical contact.
As you're like going like this. You're gonna move away as I do that as well. So that's kind of how that goes down. Why is it? Like I'm saying, it's like I like the separation of space. This is the closest that we've ever been. We just met for the time.
No, we did not meet for the first time. I posted pictures of us high-fiving at NFT NYC. We met before NFT NYC or something like that. I don't remember. I remembered I had to meet this guy to make sure he wasn't a creepo creep before he got to be within nose length before we got into business together. But look, you know, there's a lot going on right now in the NFT space, and we were talking about a bear market, and all of a sudden, you got the Ape token dropping, right? Everyone was worried about liquidity being sucked out of the rest of the market. Doesn't look that bad to me. Yeah, some floors are a little bit down, but a lot of stuff shot back up. Loser Club was at 0.3 this morning, shot up to 0.4 already, and I think it's gonna, you know, probably. I mean, there might be a little bit of a pullback, but I think it's going to keep running. I'm not worried about the rest of the market right now. I mean, those are probably famous last words, but I just feel like, you know, that Gucci drop, I'm watching that price like a hawk because me and Nick are using the Gucci NFT to transform his ape and my mutant. And we're also trading it in the Nifty Alpha wallet. So I've been on that price all day. It's not looking bad. Like, yes, it's pulled back a little bit, but we have time for this reveal. And plus, all eyes are still on ApeCoin. I mean, you see that chart. It's at $10 right now. Nick got airdropped 6 figures today. I got airdropped, you know, more, like half as much money I made in my first year as a professional when I was like 23 years old. It's just crazy times. And I still feel like a lot more is going to happen. I think that maybe in the next...
You didn't get paid a lot, huh? it was tough times for Pio at that age.
I was 23, man. Anyway, what was I going to say? I do think that we might see a pullback in the overall market when people have to taxes, but that basically starts now. That's basically now for the next 30 days. But I also know a lot of NFT people aren't paying any taxes, so it doesn't matter.
Let's talk about one other aspect of this, which is actually not Ape token related, but Gucci Grail, as Anthony was just posting there. Actually, I have a couple more trades to make tonight before this is all said and done.
Me too.
Should we pull up the price of what Gucci Grail is at right now?
Yeah, so this is Ape related, and I think that eyes came off of it a little bit. So basically, we've been watching Gucci. Now I sound like BitBoy Crypto because I keep saying we.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Well, so check it out. So, all right, we'll start with the pass. We'll start with the pass. So check it out. So the pass, the pass is still holding 1.2. So basically, this pass, you had to mint it a couple of days ago for 1 ETH, right? People were hesitant on whether they should mint it. I think because it was 10 KTF. It wasn't the Gucci part that people were nervous about. It was the 10 KTF part, right? And then this is the actual ape that what Nick pulled up.
Yeah,
right now.
What I'm showing is the arbitrage opportunity here.
So there's a definitive arbitrage opportunity right now.
So what you're saying is, so the distinction is right now. There's a 0.6 ETH premium if you have a bored ape that you're minting of these different things.
Or a mutant ape. The mutant apes are not looking too bad either. But yeah, okay.
Okay, so it's 0.6, 0.7 ETH premium essentially.
But it was one guy, this guy G Ape, or one person, G Ape.
He's the one still running it. That was 3 hours ago. We're not seeing a lot of activity though in the past hour.
But he bought like 20, you know, so that's a lot of liquidity coming from one entity.
I just wonder, like, there's no action going on here. I wonder if that's just because all eyes are on Ape token right now. I guess it's sucking liquidity out of the overall NFT ecosystem.
But this floor isn't that bad. And the other thing is that just like how with the actual pass, right, we didn't see a lot of hype around it until right after the window closed to mint it. It shot up from 1 ETH or like 1.1 ETH to 1.6 as soon as that finished. It did pull back and now it's trading between 1 and 1.3, kind of bouncing around there. But people have woken up that like a Guccified ape is probably going to have some kind of value. I have to think that a Gucci Grail ape is going to have value. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm just saying. And yeah.
I'm actually actively wondering if we can live stream the space that's happening directly into this
and do commentary
and then just provide commentary on that.
I would
is
love
that like
to.
Is that against the terms?
I don't have audio. That's the thing.
You can't hear it.
I won't be able to hear it.
Yeah, Pio can't hear because he doesn't have proper headphones. and that's a fault of his own, not mine. So that's currently where we're at the moment. I can play it though, and then what you'll do is I'll just articulate what they're saying, and that would be the approach to handle that. This would be
What are you
insanely
doing?
sketchy. Just give me.
What are you doing?
Keep providing your commentary. Give me
What the fuck are you doing?
This is about to go down.
All right. So now I got to carry the show here. People keep talking about
I'm literally right here.
Okay. Well, and someone said I've never seen Nick being so positive. Me either. Well, hey, Anthony, did you Gucciify your ape? Because if so, that's pretty badass. But this arbitrage on the Gucci play is no joke. And in the Nifty Alpha wallet, we took the rest of the ETH. There was like 2.5 ETH in there. And we bought 2 of the Gucci thing and we used it on Nick's ape. And now we have it listed for basically 2 ETH each. We put it in a bundle and we actually specified which ape it was. It hasn't sold. So we'll have to see. I'm pretty damn confident that it's going to work. Do you have it?
I got it. We could try it and see what happens.
I can't hear anything though.
Actually, well, I can fix it so you can hear it in some way.
Okay.
We'll figure that out. But let's see if that comes through.
Oh, wow. Anthony fucking popped off. 2 apes and an M2. Holy shit. Well, that'll do it. I have to think, Anthony, that play's going to work out. I gotta think.
So this audio is coming through right now, I think.
Speak with you all.
Can you all hear this?
We're just missing 2 people.
Just verify if you can hear it, and then I'll take care of this for Pio.
Yo, somebody in the audience, do you want to verify you can hear Twitter Spaces audio? Someone said share the headphones.
I mean, in the meantime, Alexis, AB, Mario, how are y'all doing?
Can you all hear
How
that?
are y'all feeling today?
Yes, they can hear
All
it.
right. They said it's a bit low,
but I just fixed that.
We got a
I'll
little
fix that
volume.
right now.
Go ahead, Mario.
There we
Yeah,
go.
it's been a very long and short day.
So
It's been great.
I'm gonna
It's
turn this
very
on and
exciting
off,
to see,
and we can provide.
the
Actually, if
Ape
you put
Foundation
headphones
launch.
into that,
It's
you
been-
I
can
can just
actually
listen
hear
to
it.
see
it
all
on
of the
the show.
feedback. I'm very excited about it.
So Pio's gonna actually
Yes,
make this work.
Definitely quite a day.
So this
for,
space right now that's going on is
people
the
on every
Ape
side of
Coin
the
chat.
spectrum here.
I just wanted to see it.
I can tell you it's been a long and short day
We
as a whole.
that's Farouk
as well.
speaking. This is gonna be the most alternative
because we
form of
started
this
very
video that
early.
we've ever done,
and short because it's just
and
flew by.
we're just ad hocing it right now.
So true. Yeah, it's good.
Live from the Ape
I'm
Mansion
here in our office, actually in the Bahamas,
here in
and it's
oh,
definitely exciting.
she
day
just flexed
for
that she's
us
in the
at FTX
Bahamas
with the
at her
Ape
office.
Token launch.
We're in Cape Cod. It's cold.
Oh my!
The Bahamas
yes,
is
I
much
see that
warmer.
Dean
We're not actually in Cape
is
Cod.
joining
That's not the
us.
real location. We're in the
I
Ape
just got a
Mansion.
DM
That's where
from
we're at.
Yat
That's it.
asking if I see them, but I don't, and I'm afraid that. Oh, I see. Yeah, just
If
So
I
so
send a
far this
request
content is
on,
not actually good at all. So
the
what I
request
realized is that our commentary is actually far more insightful.
that way.
So here's the deal. We'll turn this back on in 2 seconds. I'm gonna mute this just temporarily, and then we'll bring that back. It sounds like they're getting things started, and they're kind of just figuring that out. Yeah, Bahamas is a good place. It does. Being in the Bahamas is definitely a move. That's really interesting. So we just got our first piece of insight here. They're based out of the Bahamas. Now, is that owned by Bored Ape Yacht Club? So did they set up a different entity to run this token? Because that's an interesting legal loophole in that situation. Because I know a lot of people that run offshore Bahamas crypto-based companies.
I don't know. So now I got in my headphones with noise canceling, I've got the space, right? And then with Nick right here, I've got him right next to me talking, right? So I need to be able to focus on both, you know? Everyone who wants to see me physically assault Nick, since I'm so close to him, who wants to see me choking him and all
But
that?
he's literally he's a cripple.
We're
So I
knee to
will
knee.
literally
We're knee
I
to
will.
knee.
Okay.
I told Nick that I lead hugs crotch first, and he didn't like that.
Okay. This is, dude. So are you listening to that?
Yeah, I'm listening
'Cause
to the
I'm not
space.
actually playing it right now. So
Okay, I'm listening to the
about to bring
space.
it back in a sec. But the main point is, look, we don't want violence on this show.
Tell me about it.
It sounds
There's a reason why we
not
started
serious.
Blog Radio.
Yeah, I mean, it's look.
Just move.
I'm not.
Get this,
Thanks
get
for
this
the-
fucking
thanks
arm
for
out of it.
Okay,
giving
so
me like a
yeah,
little.
I'm speaking to y'all.
Come on, just give me some space.
So just
Okay, all of your
very
stuff
well,
is
so you
falling
just
over.
speak.
All right, well, my bad, my bad. All right, so
It's not a professional. Normally, what I'd be doing is sitting here, and you'd be sitting there, and that would be a sufficient way.
look,
to
we're
approach
having a
it.
little fun with the format right now. We're here for 30 days, so we're going to invite Biden Nick's personal space. No, we're going to, it ain't always going to be like this, right? What was
What
I
is you keep going back to the arm?
I'm just comfortable that way. Anyway, like many spaces, this one doesn't sound like it's super duper structured, unlike the way that our space is. Someone said I've been drinking. No, I haven't. This is just how I am. I'm just a loose cannon. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, we could Gucciify my ape on stream, but that's something that we could do.
As you can tell, this is properly planned in advance. This is the least structured version of this show. If you're still watching it, make sure to smash that subscribe and click the like button because we're improvising here. This is a unique one. We're going to actually bring back some regular stuff.
Okay, Yacht is telling me that they can hear me.
They're still doing fucking sound checks out here. So like,
I mean,
they literally cannot even get the space.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to our show and I'm not going to listen to their show anymore. Okay. So the bottom line is a lot's going on in the apes. We have the ape token, but then, you know, in like concurrently, we have this Gucci ape thing going out. So these comments are just cracking me up.
Did you want to provide a commentary? You sound like you were saying something about the ape token.
Well, no, it's just like there's just so much going on. It's like between the token and then the Guccification. I feel like the Guccification is going to be a big deal.
So that's a completely separate play. What's interesting right now is, you have a short-term arbitrage of 0.5 to 0.6 ETH that you can go and make just right now by having an ape or having a mutant and go and take advantage of that. The second thing that you can do right now is just buy ape coin. We should be swapping back and forth with what's going on with Ape Token because that's the real question at this point in time. Honestly, if I'm listening to that space that painful space that we were just listening to, I would say that the price is probably going to go down based on that, and it did, which is literally like the.
That's how it works. Is like if your space is not like, you know, if you're not on point, it affects price.
5 members of the board, and we're gonna get started.
Okay, so
do you have it going through?
Yes, they're about to get started.
As soon as I have Yacht on and fixed up, we can try. Oh, there it is. I see Yacht appeared on.
I mean, this is literally like a tech support thing. It's painful to listen to that aspect of things.
Sorry about that. I think I tried. I tried doing it on a computer. Maybe I should have just done it on a mobile phone. Yes. Sorry.
Someone in the Discord said. I was texting Kicks, but someone in the Discord said that we're doing real life stepbrothers.
I'm really happy that here. So that completes it. We have all 5 members. We're full and we're ready to go. It's good because I like to give always a 5 to 10 minute buffer of small talk before we start getting into a conversation in order to get the crowd going. We have close to 3,000 people in here. I pinned a link to the space on top if you want to give it a share.
3,000 people in there listening.
Retweet, and just don't worry. This is a recorded session. You can catch up on it at any given time. And I'm sure you're going to be able to read all about it following tonight. So very exciting day for, I believe, the entire NFT and crypto space.
How about that? Is that better?
And so basically, you know, we're very, very excited to be able to host this.
I want to hear something and provide commentary on it. Right now, the commentary is on Farouk hosting spaces.
The ApeCoin DAO, the board, and
I'm not going to hit on that right now.
A lot of the questions that were asked, and so through the spaces, we're also going to be pinning a lot of posts that are relevant.
Look, this is not a sound engineering exercise. Okay,
we're going to be start it. So yeah, I mean, let's get this going. Very, very excited to have Alexis Ohanian, Amy Wu, Maria Bajwa, Yatsu, and Dean here with us, Dean Steinbeck here with us tonight. And so, yeah, basically, you know,
this is like the most alternative video we've ever done.
And we're going to get a chance to hear from the ApeCoin.
And yeah, that was Nick who farted. I can verify that.
Really
it's obvious.
to be able to introduce everybody to you tonight. Just for the people who don't know me, my name's Farouk Sarmat.
My name's Farouk. Thank you for that.
Radio,
wow, thank you.
The first fully decentralized
I'm
media
Nifty Nick.
ecosystem
This is Pio. We're just stealing their stream. Shout out to them.
Investor and community builder. And
we're going to be providing commentary over them. I'm just muting that for a moment, just so you all understand that most of these spaces are just a bunch of filler conversation. What we want to do is deliver actual value about the commentary, and what we're trying to get is to the meat and potatoes here and see what the price action is based on that. We're seeing lots of volatility there. We're seeing it jump between 9.25, 9.6 down to 9. It's bouncing up and down right now. We're waiting to hear, are we going to get confirmation that this is some big master plan? I actually think that them hosting this space right now is a massive risk. I think that they're not going to deliver information that actually transforms our perspective and makes us super bullish. If they do not drip out information that makes us bullish, we're running into a massive situation. Francisco Medina, thank you for that. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. You're describing it well. Two guys with headphones and a live chart and listening to spaces.
To have been a seed investor.
The comments are cracking me
back
up.
In 2012. And candidly, the only reason I did that investment is because Brian Armstrong.
Alexis is talking about how he invested in Coinbase. That's not really insightful. So we're waiting to hear something. The Ape token back down to $9 as a result of Alexis Ohanian's commentary. I'm going to be honest. We don't want to hear about you flexing. We want to hear about what the future holds for this token. That's really what we're tuned in for this space. And there's a lot of anticipation, I think, that's been happening leading up to this space right now. There's 3,400 people in it. Earlier today, there was a FUD space. I'm not sure if you saw that. We were going to open up a SPITE space to go after the FUD space, then realized that that may not be as professional and that a lot of brands may not want to be affiliated with us in that sort of negative environment. So we decided against it, despite the fact that that's how we feel deep down.
Just get started. Do really inspiring.
Someone said they're just going to kill the coin with
creative
spaces.
things, funny things, charitable things, impressive.
Maybe the founder should have
things,
stayed anonymous.
So much, and what I've watched in the last 2 years, and what's really
yeah, Alexis is still talking,
is the fact that all of that great energy of disparate online communities that I saw flourish on Reddit,
it's gone below $9 now.
Now
$9.20. It's bouncing back and forth.
So powerful,
you can see
and I was fortunate enough to get my first ape, I think in like May or June of last year, and got more. And,
it was working properly. Pio's over here just like
price wasn't
vibing in a way that just it reminded me so much of early days.
The chart looks better than that.
Number.
Yuga pretty early.
I don't know that that's
number.
I was like, yo, the energy here is
numbers important.
You can see that. You can see the number.
Is something I'm like, I think it's easy, but unlike the world has ever seen before. And so I feel very fortunate that the squad asked as this that was getting formed for me to join the board, and I just hope I can bring. This guy sounds like
a poor man's Josh Brodsky. Somebody
crypto
said.
And all that good stuff. So, thank you.
He founded Reddit, if you're wondering, the person that you're listening to.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Again.
Obviously, big fan, Alexis. and so up next, Amy Wu, I'd love to hear a little bit about your background.
Thanks, Farouk, and it's kind of hard to follow.
I honestly, I don't want to hear about the backgrounds of these people. This is actually a devastating space for me, but fortunately the price is going up, so that's good news because I own it. So remember that I'm getting richer when the price goes up, and that's pretty much all that matters to me. What I just don't want to hear about is all these people's backgrounds is far less fascinating.
The light just died.
Oh.
Your light died. No, you don't have to fix it. I just wanted to point out that
got unplugged.
Your light that you set up died.
It got unplugged.
All right, so everybody. Oh, come on, Nick. You're blocking the camera with your arm. Oh, my God. Come on, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I wish I was working with an old pro. You know, not everybody's like an AV expert. What is going on? You literally unplugged the video. Oh my God.
No, I didn't.
The video is not working right now. No, it's not working, Nick. Nick did rug pull the cinematic experience in a big way.
Oh my God. This is a disaster.
Yep. The people are saying we're watching history. Yeah, Nick's gonna be history after this. Someone said amateur hour. That's right.
Literally, we just
Someone said how embarrassing.
I literally cannot actually.
People are selling portals as you go through this, Nick. This is ridiculous. And, you know, Nick's been giving me a hard time about using technology. It's just Nick's, you know, he's a different breed. He's a different breed. No, we can't. No one can see us, Nick. That's it. And someone said, are you guys getting naked? I think that I am naked. I am naked. Someone said, imagine the ape haters watching this stream.
I literally can't even turn on the
Oh, my man Speculator's watching, and he came in after the video got rugged. What's the problem with the webcam?
Okay, we're back. Is it coming back?
No, the video's not working, Nick. No.
One sec, just stand by. Man. You got there's a lot of complaints. All I hear is negativity coming from Pio. And so here we are. Back in it. Nick fucking fixes the problem. Scoot that ass over.
You move.
You move.
You move.
No, but like, seriously, give me some.
Come on.
No, seriously. Oh my God.
Yo, this show's sponsored by FTX, by the way. Shout out to FTX. Thank you for sponsoring us. We know that you absolutely, you know, you sponsor the best and the brightest in the space. Thank you so much. Everybody sign up for the nifty.com/FTX. You got to do it. You just got to do it, man. And on mobile, you just sign up with the code TheNifty. Actually, this is relevant. Tomorrow, someone said maybe not anymore. Tomorrow morning, we're having the U.S. Head of FTX, the head of FTX US, not Sam Bankman-Fried, but Brett, who heads up FTX US, and he's given away 3 NFTs to our listeners on Twitter Spaces as long as you have an FTX account. One's going to be a Slim Hood, one's going to be a Howlers, and one's going to be a Thingdom. I chose those. I was like, these are good. They gave me like a budget, and those were the 3 that I came up with.
Yeah.
So I hope that you guys, I hope that you guys, you know, are there.
No, Pio's not drunk. Instead, he usually goes to bed at 6 p.m. because he's literally an old man. And so that's why he's acting this way.
You know,
I just unmuted the
distributed
space once
content
more just to see if
creation
there's anything interesting here.
And so that's one thing
Someone
that
said-
I'm building. And then I'm also just an active collector and with my husband, and I'm very excited. I participate in a lot of
Anthony, Thingdoms is good. I mean, look,
That
Slim
space
Hoods
still sucks.
Slim Hoods is good, and Howlers, you know, who knows? At least they look pretty cool. I mean, they're more expensive than Thingdoms.
So, wow, someone says the guy who ruined the stream.
Hey, man, you know.
Look, you know, sometimes when you're setting things up, you run into a couple of speed bumps along the way. But here we are. Everything's working. We're like plugged into 17 different things at the same time. And this is functioning. We're live here. Like, how is this? Like when I'm like this? Like, how do you?
I mean,
do you
I like
this?
it. We're shouldered.
like this?
Oh, yeah. You guys see it right now. Let's come on,
This
man.
is how we do the space. Or do the video. Anyways, right now the price is. Someone said tanking below 9. It looks like it's sitting at 9.16. So that's not what I'm seeing. Someone says dropping. Maybe we got to refresh the page. Oh, there he goes. There he goes with the freaking. It's in there at 9.16. So I'm not sure where you're coming up with your price action. Oh, there we go. 8.82. Wow. That's because they're fucking rambling.
Metaverse and gaming related projects.
I'm playing it back.
Sometimes people confuse us as a VC in the space, but we're not. We're an operating company. Everything is out of balance sheet, and the way that we think of the space is, you know, tokens are resources in the space, and so from our perspective, we're constantly building and reinvesting out of our growing treasury, and very privileged to be here to support. You know, the Ape ecosystem
we didn't buy Benji
that we're
Banana.
building
We were
games,
supposed to buy Benji Banana.
and just a great pleasure to be here.
That part.
So is Benji Banana like ripping? Like what? Kicks? Did you buy Benji Banana?
Last but not least,
what happened?
Mr. Dean Steinbeck.
So they're still introducing themselves. We're 20 minutes into this show, and we still don't know who all the people are on stage, and we have not discussed the actual thing. I'm going to be honest. If you called into an investor call and someone was saying that sort of thing, you'd probably be like, what the hell? If this white balance seems off a little, it's unsurprising. It's because Pio set the white balance up. So don't worry.
Wait, Nick, do you really own 20 ETH of Benji? No way. There's no way. No way.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
Benji's bananas. Yeah, look, the price is dropping.
Nah, he said just kidding.
This is literally the
my
risk.
luck happened to meet my co-founder and current CEO, Rob Diglione, who was giving a keynote speech in Austin.
This is actually how you destroy. It's like, here's all of our advisors, the board of directors. The problem is people don't know how to handle Twitter Spaces properly. But that's a nice jump up to 910. That's what we're aiming for. Maybe the price has nothing to do with this space. Do you think that may be the case?
I think that probably is the case. And quite frankly, I actually think that the space is going like pretty well. But I mean, not pretty well, but like, you know, at the end of the day, Farouk does know what he's doing. So, you know.
Farouk is a good spaces host.
Yeah.
It is professional.
Really
yeah. But there's 4,200 people in there. So, I mean, that's a pretty big, that's a pretty big
audience.
Space.
Holy shit.
But the reality is at a certain point that does have an influence over the actual token price.
I hope to be able to share
Mr. Q,
that
thank you for the kind words, amigo. I try that. I try really hard.
Pio, like,
thank you so much.
Affirmations from random people on the internet.
You know,
so thank you for that.
I think I speak for the entire space, but specifically for everyone in the Ape ecosystem here.
Someone said I'm going to need Signal to summarize the space later. That's right.
These news, we all freaked out. If I'm not mistaken, I saw a Spaces start last night and then end this morning. So when I woke up this morning, it was 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, obviously for when the claim started. I obviously wanted to be there for the second it goes live. Everybody was just ready. Some people had pulled all-nighters on Twitter Spaces just to be able to say they claimed when this started, and it's really exciting. So I want to ask you, you know, we, the community, were very excited for this moment, and we're very honored and blessed. And so what are you all most excited about in terms of being on the board?
You know, I hinted if I
Okay, that was a bad question. What are you most excited about being on the board? I don't want to look. Here's the distinction and why Farouk gets to host these spaces. He's friendly towards the people who are on the stage, and that's how you eventually get to a point where you get information out. I'm much more direct to the point with some of my questions.
Yeah.
But the distinction is like, I can be a real jerk. And so the situation that you run into there is that I end up burning bridges. Farouk ends up building them. And so it requires that sort of person to navigate that sort of space. And that's why it's good to have someone like Farouk in the space, which is completely unlike us. I'd be like, all right, guys, like 5-second intro. We know your background. What do we have to look forward to here with the token, and why should people be owning this? That's like the real question that I want answered at this point in time. And it seems like there's utility where it's only going to be used for merch. That's fucking exciting.
Yeah.
Although, like, Bored Ape Yacht Club doesn't need more of this token, so that's the only thing that's a little weird to me. And how are they going to price it in this? Like, so is it 10? Is it going to be based on the USD price at that point in time? I don't know how that's going to actually convert. But the other thing that I'm wondering about is, like, what are the other, like, key values that I'm going to get out of this? It sounds like this is the DAO, is what it sounds like, because they had a DAO at the end of the roadmap. Is this that DAO? It's not clear. It's not clear to me.
I'm just laughing at the comments. Joe Sargent said Nick and Pio on a couples retreat working on their relationship. But I'm the wrong guy to ask about any DAO related stuff. Quite frankly, I don't understand how a DAO benefits the people that buy into it at all. I just feel like I'd rather give Josh my money and just have him invest it for me than buy into a DAO.
You're going to lose a shit ton of money if you do that. I mean, shout out to Josh. You're a rock star. But I think I'd probably, my long-term investing is probably on par with that. And I'd say that if I ran a hedge fund, I'd probably be outperforming most people in this space right now because I'm just that big of a genius. Let's move on to some of the other comments that are important. Sophisticated Art Speculator says, Nick's turning me on right now. Thank you for that one. Nick, will BAYC land be sold in Ape? I have no idea. That would be another question to ask for the space. Let's see if we can tune back in and get an answer from them, because it's not clear to me that we're getting any insight so far. But again, that's warm them up, get them turned on, get them excited, flatter them some, maybe touch them in a way that makes them excited, verbally. That's what they're going for.
Superheroes in tights, right? As sort of cultural icons of today.
Okay.
They would have probably thought we were all crazy. And, Bored Apes as a culture represents this generation, this zeitgeist, this sort of moment where, it's the expression of the current culture of where we are with, what NFTs mean. So it's historic. And the Ape coin sort of is the sort of beginning of expanding that culture towards larger groups. And that's what we think here, because the large sort of the community that built this has given us this energy. But it's it's how do you get more people to combine with this and to join it? And this is kind of the role of the DAO to expand the culture with really sort of Bored Apes as kind of the starting point of this, but certainly not the ending point, as it all sort of combines the different experiences with other forms of culture, whether it's gaming or media,
out here writing poetry.
And we hope to sort of play a role in help directing that energy towards expanding the community and the culture of NFTs.
And I can't express my gratefulness. He loves listening to you yell at people on the Twitter space.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with Alexis and Yacht that for myself and also for FTX, like we still see Web3
a sponsor from FTX. A sponsor from FTX.
It's just Josh's contact.
And it's both in a kind of a fragile state right now, and also just a force of, it seems inevitable, but as both builders and investors in the space, we see a great responsibility in just playing our part, playing a supporting role in essentially bringing Web3 to where it really can be, and how exciting is that with the Ape
how is FTX involved with ApeCoin?
And just the potential.
Amy Wu is one of the people on the board. This is the board.
And so
that's who's on this panel.
Super excited to and also like see a lot of responsibility and just our role in helping make that happen.
Oh, that's why she's in Bahamas,
like
FTX.
That, y'all have mentioned.
Although they're not in Bahamas, they're based in
entertainment.
Bermuda.
There's so many different ways that this DAO can move forward with this incredible IP, and super pumped to do that.
Boom. I love that. And so Alexis, the excitement of the community since day one, from them making derivatives and selling art and just wanting to really be fully immersed in the space, has been quite incredible. And so following up on your comments, how are you guys thinking about Web3 currently and how the ApeCoin DAO will fit in?
Okay, that's not what I was hoping for.
We can nix the space for now.
That was not giving me the question. What are your thoughts on Web3? And let's talk about the situation in Ukraine for a bit here, Pio. So my thought is that ApeCoin's having a major influence and hopefully going to transform the way that Ukraine and Russia plays out over the long term here. I'm hoping that we save some humans with this. It's honestly not a joking matter, but my main point is I have no idea. It would be really valuable to hear both from Bored Ape Yacht Club and from them. Although that said, historically, Bored Ape Yacht Club has not actually revealed a bunch of information about their roadmap and their plans. Ape Token is what they're trying to do is signal actual utility with this token so that they don't run afoul of the SEC. It's a bold move for a company which plans on simultaneously potentially having an IPO at some point, because there needs to be a liquidity event for the investors. Although my assumption is that VCs got some piece of this token. Did we see the token distribution of ApeCoin?
It's out there. I don't know if it did investors get.
Well, why don't we just load up the site and share this screen, which shows I believe the breakdown of how this is going. There's an Ape Foundation, the DAO board. This is who's on that call right now. The protocol. And then the allocation. Here you go. So this is Ecosystem Fund.
That's us.
Yuga Labs and Charity.
Okay.
Launch contributors.
Okay.
BAYC founders. So what are launch contributors? After 6 months, the companies and people that help make this project a reality.
Probably investors.
I would guess some investors are in there. Is 14% of them. So that means that that's a pretty big deal if they're able to if that's the way that's being broken down. I mean, 14% is decent out of what's the market cap of this at this point? I think like $5 billion or something.
Jeez, man, that's as much as Sandbox. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm guessing this is just an assumption. I'm not sure if it tells us on this site. Coin Market Cap would, but I mean, you can figure it out. It's actually $9 times a billion would be 9 billion would be, but this actually tells us a market cap of 1 billion. That may be outstanding shares right now, or sorry, I'm saying shares. This isn't a security, tokens. So that's what we're looking at right now. I just, it's an insane moment in time. I mean, they've come in less than 1 year. They have a liquidity event that's valuing this token at billions of dollars. Theoretically, there's 1 billion tokens, which means that it's worth 9.2 billion at least, or $10 billion. I was saying that this gets up to 25 billion. If we load up one last thing to check out, and then we can, before we wrap this up, which is, if we look at the top tokens in this space, so that's fully diluted. Dogecoin right now is worth 15 billion. So this would position them, if they're at the 10 billion, as the 17th or 18th largest token at this point in time, moving them towards Shiba Inu. That's at the fully diluted price. I don't believe that that's how they calculate market cap here. So that's the only distinction. Now, I don't know if we can search Ape on here, but ultimately,
yes.
So let's see what they value this at. They say the market cap
10 billion.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. So, but they're putting the market cap at 2.6 billion because it's not fully diluted. So yeah, I mean, this is moving it towards one of the top tokens in all cryptocurrency, which is what I'm saying should be the case. My own opinion is that this should be somewhere at the $25 billion price. That's just my target for this, which is a ludicrous amount. It doesn't make any sense when you actually think about this price. The reason that this is all where that comes from, because Dogecoin is 15 billion. The thought here is that this is a placeholder for investing in the NFT space as a whole. You want exposure to this? What you could do is you could set up a derivative NFT index fund, essentially, would be one option that you could go with. But my general thought is this should be somewhere in that range, simply because more people are going to want exposure to NFTs, and buying an NFT is complicated as shit. But you can go to Coinbase, you can go to Gemini, buy Ape Token, and you're done. Like, I can tell my mom, go buy Ape Token, you're done. You got exposure to the NFT space.
Once it settles, right now, this is the first day. I would not tell a new person.
I just got an alert from Binance saying that Ape Token's available to trade. I just think, like, no, why not? Look, you buy a Bitcoin at all prices. I think it's the exact same.
Bitcoin has a 12-year history.
I completely understand. I just think
real fundamentals.
Okay, so does Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Look, I like Bored Ape Yacht Club. I own ApeCoin. I own an ape. I'm just saying today's the first day of this thing being live.
Sounds like we got a skeptic on our hands. Sounds like we got a negative Nancy.
Yeah, it's
naysayer
at 9,
over
man.
here.
It's amazing.
You all can't see that. I'm gonna 9.23. It keeps just bouncing back and forth. So that's what we're looking at right now, is a price of around 9.13. I don't know. It's interesting to see what goes down. Kenny Ledgerwood says, this is weird. Thank you for that. But anyways, I think you have the full understanding of where we're at this point in time. Look, they own the biggest projects in the NFT ecosystem. If you want exposure to NFTs and you don't want to go through the bullshit of flipping NFTs on OpenSea and all this other stuff that we spend all of our time discussing and doing, which is fun, but the average person doesn't have time for it, I think that this is going to be the vehicle through which they're going to do this. And I genuinely do believe that this is going to be at $25 is what I'm thinking about. none of it makes sense. It makes me think back to the founder of Business Insider talking about Henry Blodgett in the 90s was fined for his pumping of Amazon and what he was setting target prices at, which was thousands of dollars, I believe, which at that time was absurd. Now it's back to that price, and it's beyond where his projected value. I don't know that he knew that this was gonna, like, no one knew that Amazon was going to be Amazon. But so I feel a little bit like that at this point in time. But the bottom line is, you don't have another option in the space to actually get this sort of exposure. Tell me one other place that you have, and do you believe more in the future of NFTs or just
specifically Bored Apes?
No, or just a random blockchain. I talked to you. Throw out Avalanche as an example. Which one is like a family member going to understand more?
Avalanche or fucking Bored Ape Yacht Club?
Exactly.
Culture. No, I was not disagreeing that Ape Token is basically like a way to get exposure to the NFT space. It's almost like an index fund in a way, even though it's just the index of Bored Ape Yacht Club and now Larva Labs too. But the thing is I'm just saying today is a weird day to buy in for the first time. Maybe it's just up only from here and I'm totally wrong. I don't know. But I was just saying, like, this first day, some of these tokens dump. Like, what if it does dump after 4 weeks? I don't know. That was all I was just saying.
It definitely could, and maybe it does. But my general thought is, at this point in time, this feels about right. Even $10 billion. What's the total market cap of Bored Ape Yacht Club as a whole? We measured that earlier. If you take the floor price
times 10,000,
85 ETH, which is not a fair thing, round up to 95 would be a more accurate thing. You take that times 2650, you multiply that by 10,000.
2.5
That's
billion.
2.5 billion just on the apes. Then you have the mutants, so we're operating at around 5 billion.
Yeah.
A coin at 10 billion. I don't know. I just think that this makes a bunch of sense. Someone said that I'm scooting away again. No, peeled back. That was what happened. And he's touching me right now underneath the table, which is very awkward and uncomfortable. And I would prefer that he doesn't do that live on this show. So anyways.
People are saying, don't FUD the token. I own the token. I'm not fudding the token.
It sounds like you're fudding the token. That's what it sounds like. Everyone, just let Pio know that he's like way off base here, and just like being a negative Nancy and fudding things is just not right.
Someone just put top 100 wallets hold over 5 million plus ApeCoin in around 50% of the total supply. Yes, because you do need to have distribution. You need unique ownership. We know this from the NFT space. It's the same thing. So people are going to trim their bags. I sold a little bit. It probably went into unique owners' hands. I'm just saying.
Everyone takes a different position on this. Which one is the best? There's some Pio supporters in the comments, and he really appreciates that because it'll help him sleep better tonight. So yeah, if you want to voice support for him and contrast to me, that's quite all right and almost preferable for his positive mental state. But in general, I think we've said all that needs to be said about our position on this token. We heard a little bit from this space. There hasn't been much insight coming from that space. One last time,
equitable ways of just making decisions as a group and then moving forward. So I think those are some of the things that we've learned a lot from other DAOs and hope to implement here along with
Herbivore, stop saying I'm asleep.
I'm
not asleep.
I didn't mean to butcher your name.
Stop it.
So Mario, go ahead.
It's okay. You're not the first, and you won't be the last.
Don't worry. I have a similar issue here, so I can relate.
Yep. So I think DAOs it's so.
Okay, so they're having a conversation about DAOs. That's something that's just in general not exciting as well. So as long as they lean on the DAO side of things, I am a little more concerned. But a lot of people are saying, yeah, this is a governance token. There's governance tokens, utility tokens. I don't know where it is, but anyways. That's all we got for today. This was an experimental form of this podcast, starting with a banger of an opening where I said I'm fucking rich. So that was a hell of an opener. We may have to end up taking this down, or we may get like demonetized or something for just like opening straight out the gate that way. But this was really fun. We really appreciate y'all. Remember, smash that subscribe button, lick the like, and we'll be back again over the coming days and weeks. We may be having guests at this house that we're holding down right now.
The Ape Mansion. Guests may be coming to the Ape Mansion.
This is not an Ape Mansion. But thank you.
In all seriousness, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the show. We're going to be holed up here in the Ape Mansion for 30 days.
That's not the name of this house.
And we're you know, as long as Nick allows them to come, we want to have some pretty cool guests, specifically Speculator, Easy
Why
Eats,
you're just giving away everything, literally. But you're announcing plans that we don't have.
And more.
Anyways,
you know? But that's all. Nick has to, he has to okay that, right? It's like, you know, at the end.
Yeah, really appreciate this. Last thing, there's the outro music. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening. Peace out. Smash that subscribe, like that like.